All right, everyone, back on the E36 project. I just finished. Look at this thing. Holy crap. It's so good. It's so good. I can't even explain to you. You know, I'm pretty annoyingly, I'm an annoyingly perfectionistic. Is that a word? I'm a big time perfectionist. And this is a 1996 car. It's 25 years old. It's got 30,000 miles on it. Now, it's been treated really well, but to get it to this point has been a lot of money, a lot of time. We'll add it up, but I'm probably 150,000 bucks into getting this to where it's at. And I'm so pleased that polishing it came out as good as it did. So I have some painted panels, I've got some unpainted panels, most of it's original paint, but just seeing the Technoviolet just pop after being really well done is super satisfying. But today I've had this exhaust sitting up here for however long I've had this car, a year and a half, something like that. 2 years, coming up on 2 years now, and this Dinan exhaust, brand new, they still make these, has been sitting up there. You can see the dust from sitting up there, and I probably dusted it off 4 or 5 times over the time it's been here. But what I want to do is take and get this thing coated, and then we're going to take off the Borla, which I'm not sure I want to mess with. Put the Dinan on, and we'll see if the Borla, because the car sounds really great, and we'll kind of see. I wanted this nice, pretty new. I'm such a Dinan super fan that my friends at Dinan, which is now owned by Holly, we have a good relationship, and they've always get me all the parts that I need for the car. So I think that these exhausts are somewhat available, but maybe not readily available. But anyway, let's get it wiped down and prepped. Let's get a coat of, this is Dr. Beasley's metal coat. And let's see if they suggest, I think we're probably only gonna do one coat. So you have to clean and dry, one small section at a time. Apply metal coat to an applicator and spread evenly across the metal surface. After fully covering that section, use a clean, dry microfiber towel to remove the excess product. Move on to the next session and next session and repeat. Make sure you shake it up well. But this is a high temp product designed for metal. I'm not sure how much what it does for the metal other than to help keep it from, I know this is stainless, so it's not going to corrode, but getting dirty and maybe make its water behavior a little better. I've used it on a few metal things, but there's not a lot of metal protection stuff out there, probably because it's not super necessary. But we're going to coat this thing. I hope I have the right stuff. I bought this kit from, this is a stock E36 M3 exhaust kit from Tuner Motorsports. So I have all fresh hardware. I mean, this car is at a level where, you know, the nuts and bolts are either dry ice cleaned or replaced. And so anything that needed replacing has been replaced. So I figured it'd probably be smart to get a set of the new hardware. Man, our new scent, it's pretty powerful in comparison to some of the others. I catch a whiff of it here now. At some point, we're going to have, talk about ridiculous, an Obsessed Garage signature scent for Destination Obsessed Properties. Yeah, I know I'm a crazy person, but, you know, what am I going to do? All right, so let me put some gloves on. I just got these. I found this, I'm in search of gloves. At SEMA, there were like 15 different glove manufacturers, and I like these the most. So this is from SAS, and I ordered their Astra grips and their Raven grip. And then there's another one that I'm interested in messing with, which is called the chloroprene or something like that, that are supposedly even more. So these are 8 mil, these are 7 mil. Let me see, what are these things called? Chem Defender. Where was I getting chloroprene? Oh, chloroprene, I was right. There are chloroprene gloves. A little thinner, a bit more chemical resistant, so I'm gonna try those out too. But what I'm gonna do for this, while I've been messing with gloves, is I've been putting one of each. So don't make fun of me here, but I'm gonna put a black one on the right hand and the orange one on the left hand. When I was coding, I was doing the same thing. So that way I could kind of test the difference. My inclination is to really like these. I like the grip. So let's wipe this down. I'm going to use Built Hamber cleanser fluid. As you can see, I've got all the Built Hamber stuff back there that I've been kind of playing with. So we're going to use this cleanser fluid to get it prepped, and like a couple of beater towels here. Get all the dust, fingerprints off so it'll accept the coating. Gosh, it's such an old school, awesome old school looking stainless tip. They're just like anything. Put the work in up front, should make the rest of the time easier. So I'm putting the work in up front to clean this and coat it. And then that should make it easier to maintain, if at all, in the future. That's why we detail. I'm going to use some beater. These are my wheel and tire towels that I'm about to replace here. So let's start somewhere that doesn't matter as much down here. I've only used this product a couple of times. That towel's a little too much of a beater. So let's put it on an applicator here. And we'll put some on. Gonna work it in. Like, I don't think this is really going to affect the finish. Maintain even coverage is what they're suggesting. And most cars, I don't know that I would care that much, but the prettiness of this E36 makes me want to do these extra steps. The amount of pain and suffering I've gone through to get the E36 to where it's at makes me really willing to work hard for it. Again, this is one of those products that is a luxury. I don't know how much of a remarkable difference this is going to do over time, but this is a high temp. It's good to 500 plus degrees, I believe. So this is a high temperature coating that should hold up for a long time. But like I said, I don't know how you'd tell. Let's flip to the pink side. I'd like to, maybe I should talk to Dr. Beasley's. Maybe somebody can chime in that has talked to them about this, talk to Jim. Like, is this like a multi-coat product? Would there be any benefit to that? And what is the expected longevity of this? For me, this was something that I'm like, oh, this is a product that I think I need. So let me just do it. And even if it's a placebo. All right. So we're prepped. Now let's get the car in the air. Let's get the Borla off. And then we'll let this sit. We'll keep our gloves on. That way I'm not fingering it up when I'm installing it. Look how good this car looks. My gosh. Okay, so Borla exhaust, Borla rear section. Car's been driven in the rain, but you should have seen it before. Like the telltale is, look at the brake lines. They look like they're brand spanking new. It's like I already have. There was something, I'd taken this off before, it was something I was missing. How do I get those hangers? See how the Borla has this little tab here? The Dinan doesn't have that. Okay, so we're going to take these two bolts off. First, I'm going to take these 13s, and I've got all new hardware for here. I also got some new grommets as well. I've used these darn pole jacks more than anything else. can't wait to get this thing out of here off the lift, so that way I can get my E92 in here and put the radar detector in. I want to soften the suspension up a bit, so I'm gonna get in here and adjust my coilovers on the E92. On this one, the coilovers are perfect. But what I need to do on this car is the stereo needs to get finished. We tried doing the Porsche Classic head unit. It just doesn't have enough. It doesn't have enough pre-out in order to really do anything. So we're gonna ditch the Porsche Classic, the Sony RSX GS9. But I need to fix the e-brake. That should be pretty easy, I think. The e-brake should be a simple fix. And I need to fix the camber in the front. Is the least amount of camber I can get is, it's like -3. This is the stock mid-pipe, stock BMW mid-pipe and stock headers. I just don't see the need. You know, all the stuff I've been listening to or watching, talking about the E36, that there isn't a whole heck of a lot to gain from headers and mid-pipe, and I think it sounds so great as it is. I just don't think I'm gonna mess with it. We're gonna be doing a raffle on this car. That wasn't my original intent, but it was always a potential exit. I knew I'd spend too much money on the car and wouldn't be able to, if I tried to sell this thing, I mean, what would I sell it for? 70 grand, 80 grand if I found somebody who really wanted it, done well. But I'm double that into it. So I think that because I've decided, I like the chase, I like the pursuit, but I'm not a 90s car guy. So it's time for me to move on from this. If this car was 50 grand, if I wasn't sitting on a gold mine here with this thing, I might keep it, but I don't collect stuff. I don't like to hold on to stuff. It's not my thing. My thing is the pursuit. So I think it's time for me to move on. So January 15th, we're gonna do a raffle like we've done with the other cars. And I think this thing is gonna slay. We have a lot of cool items that we're gonna put in the store that you can buy to get a chance to win this thing. We're about to draw the winner for my M2. That one did pretty well. I'm telling you, if you have one of these cars, get it dry ice clean before you do anything. It'll make your life magical. And we'll be a little smarter this time. Using power tools. Okay, now it's gonna drop. Stay right there. I'm getting smarter in my old age, Chris. Until it drops on my head here. Although I'm probably overcomplicating this one. There's not much to this exhaust. There we go. That's the Borla. Got us some new gaskets. This gasket here isn't terrible. Although I'm gonna have a difficult time getting it off there. So that gasket goes on that side. And we got this other gasket here, which I got a fresh new one. If you got a fresh new one, you might as well use it. There we go. Not terrible, but well, I just broke it, so. One. Nice. Kind of want to wipe that off. So let's put this puppy on here. So then we're going to use new hardware. I'm thinking, let's take a look at what the grommets look like up there, but I mean, it might make sense to just replace it all. I don't really see any reason. There's two positions here. That's interesting. See that? Mm-hmm. So we'll put these coppers on. I don't need those. I do need this. I don't know what these are for. They don't pinch in here somehow, do they? I don't think so. No. Maybe they're for the mid-pipe somewhere. So this was the piece that I was missing that would have come off the stock exhaust that's needed for the Dinan to pinch on here. That's a pretty different quality, pretty decent quality difference there. Look at the welds. This whole thing is going to be pushed back quite a bit, right? Because these are, the tips are longer, the connecting tubes are a lot shorter. Yeah, you got the guy who doesn't know how to do anything mechanically. Come on.
Bad mistake. These ones right here?
Yep.
Going in through here.
Put this gasket in there first, in between. Okay, you can kind of rest it on the jack there. The gasket looks pretty good. Man, this looks great.
So what is this?
Dinan. Yep. I'm gonna take these. That looks pretty slick. That's gonna go up in there. Yeah, now everything fits nicely. We'll get that all properly set. It's a little tight. I'd say that's pretty darn good. You always want to make sure you wipe off your fingerprints. Otherwise, the fingerprints will mark once it heats up and then they won't come off. All right, let's start it up and see what it sounds like. It certainly looks prettier. Nothing quite like putting your sonic tools away. All right, let's start her up. Do a little bonus footage here. I want to test out some of this on the coating. Now the coating's been curing for a couple days. This is a P&S product designed to be like a topper, a clean, dry topper for your coating. Which I wouldn't do this kind of thing very often. Uh-oh. Well, yeah. No. Nope. Nope. No. No. Now what? Let me fix it. Yeah. Kind of made a mess of things here, haven't I? OG Drying Aid to the rescue here. Yeah, see, that's how it goes on. Having to clean up the mess. So maybe it just doesn't play well with G-Technic, but OG Drying Aid sure as heck does, because we're here just wiped off in 1 second. Still OG Drying Aid. No need for that. So that's a no-go for me on the old, at least on a nice, fresh, clean coating like what we have here. All right, that's a wrap. Exhaust done. Maybe we'll get some footage for you. I gotta go drive it. I gotta get the car back on the road. We'll get some driving footage here for you shortly. But yeah, that's crap. Now I got this streaky crap all over my freaking coating. No. How am I gonna get this off? I'm gonna have to wash the thing. It's junk.
How you doing, Chris?
Dang it. Yeah, so E36 giveaways coming in a couple months. In the meantime, I've got some other little projects I'll be doing on and I'll share with you as we figure it out. And there's still the chance of me Indian giving my idea of doing the, of taking back, I don't know if you're allowed to say that anymore. Taking back, can I say reneging? Is that an okay? Going back on my idea of a giveaway. We'll see. For now, the E36 is mine, and boy, does it look good. We'll see you on the next one.